Hi, and welcome. My name is Coach Dina McD. We're here for Chair Tai Chi. I didn't make that up. It just happens to rhyme with my name. Kind of funny. I'm in a silly mood today, but we're going to calm our hearts. Let's go. How are you? You look great. Sit tall and strong. Just place your hands on your thighs. Allow them to come forward on top of your knees. Slide back on top of your thighs as you lean back ever so slightly. Just back and forth. Calming your heart, relaxing through the movement. Options are to sit on the very edge of your chair. That way you have a bigger range of motion, but it's very personal. I'm just glad you're here. You look beautiful. Forward and back. Relax those arms. Big breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Last one. One hand comes up and scoop it in, changing with the other arm. So it's a fluid movement. One is up as the next one comes down. Keeping your chest and shoulders forward. Big breath, exhale. And release. Lifting one arm up and opening your palm, look that direction. Change and look the other way. Big breaths, exhale. Use that neck rotation. Both hands come to the center. Rise with your elbows and let them drop down. Release to the back. Forward and rise. We look really cool. Big breaths when you need it. Never hold your breath through an action. Sometimes we need that extra little oxygen. I do, like inhale. Open that jaw, release that exhale. Last one. One arm goes on your thigh, the other one looks down to the ground. No lean, just a small look. We're warming up. Sit tall in your chair. Reverse that circle. And back to center, sit tall. Other side, drop that arm. Simply turn and look down, keeping your chest up. Reverse that circle like your hand was in a pool of water. And release back to center. Arms rise up. Tap right above your forehead and bring it down. Range of motion, very personal. If your range of motion is more around your nose, maybe your range is right here. That's okay. Each time that gets a little bit easier to lift up high. Gorgeous. Your hands come up. Now turn your palms toward me and bring it down forward. All the way up. And rotate toward me. Open your palms toward me. Very nicely done. Big breath. Exhale. Holding here in the middle. Circle across and come back to where you started. Circle across. Again, beautifully done. Fingers turn toward that direction. Now lift that elbow and bring it around. Adding another element of a little bit of a lean and back to center. So now as you do this movement, there's no hesitation. You have the pattern. It's from one to the next, a fluid flowing river at your own pace. Keep your hands flexed, fingers pointed to the sky. Breath. Last one, bring it down to your thighs. Extend one leg forward and point that toe. Bring it right back to where it came from. There we go. Other side, points. So working through the front of your chin. So if you were to say, hey, there's something over there on the ground, and you had to point to it with your foot, think of that full extension through that front of your leg. I think of the silliest thing. Adding the opposite hand out to the side. Bring it back in. So it's a small scooping motion up and down with your arm. Point that toe. A lot of things to think about, I know. That's a great thing about chair Tai Chi is we do a lot of different elements that make your brain have to go, I do. Last one. And release. Both arms come out to the side. One arm is bent. So you're going to release to one side and straighten like a little rainbow over your head. So it's one bent arm and one straight arm. Small, gentle lean, or not. Your arms can be just the only thing that moves, besides that beautiful smile. One more each side. And both arms come up, bring it forward. Big breath. Scoop one under. As it comes forward, rotate that hand and bring it back. Scoop under, rotate. Again. Now that you have the pattern, continue through a fluid movement. Under with one, flip, yes. Big breaths. Last one. Bring it down. Step to the side, small, just little. Back to center. Open other side. Now, as you come back, try to keep your knees together on that balance challenge right here. Lift, back to center. Now add a reach up and look up. Grab and pull it back in. Step and reach. Back in. Beautiful. You're changing your perspective. So instead of looking forward, as you look up, it compromises your balance, which is a good thing because we want to challenge that every day in a controlled way, of course. One of the best ways to work on balance is maybe right in front of your kitchen sink. Just lift one foot and balance and then change. Just learn to adapt and continue to get stronger through that balance challenge. Last one. And bring it back to center. Both hands turn up, make a fist, pull it to your waist. As you come forward, rotate that hand. And it rotates and comes back. Forward and rotate. A forward punch, jab, and back to center. Beautiful. So that rotation of your shoulder right here is a stretch. Yes. To make it a little bit more intense, there's a lot of fitness levels here. You're going to rotate a little bit farther with that arm back and your shoulders rotate. Never try something if you feel that it's going to stab and hurt. Because the old motto, stabbing means stop. Adding on to this element, add an extension. Wonderful, that is intense, excellent. Hold. Options. You can stay right here with a heel. Yes, always choices. Or full extension and rotation. Try a couple full rotation and then go back to a modified version. Last one. And back to center. Relax those hands. Turn them toward your chair and open and close. Elbows up. Relax it down. They're floating. Yes. Exhale. Elbows come up first. Then point your fingers up. Using that wrist flexibility. I was so proud of myself. I was strong enough to open a crazy I think it was a marinara jar. Oh, I almost called for help, but I was very excited. I know, silly me. I take my victories when I can. Bring it up a little higher, just past shoulder height. Flex those fingers strong as you can, pointing them up. Taking one hand across your knee, circle, palm is facing toward the camera, and release. Options: a more narrow sweep of action, yes, or a big sweep with a lean and a balance challenge. We look amazing. Add a knee lift if you want. If the knee lift is not an option, just add a heel lift. What we're doing here is increasing your balance through changing the weight each side. If you're fairly new to this program, I would say in here in about a month, it usually takes to really see your balance increase. And you don't realize that until you need your balance. And then you're like, I'm doing really good. Last one. And release. Let's grab a drink of water as a tiny break, and we'll get right back into it. I'm going to turn my fan toward me because I am sweaty. I'm in sunny South Florida and in an outdoor studio. So beautiful. My clock temperature says 98 degrees. It doesn't feel that hot, but it's a little sweaty. Okay, here we go. One arm drops down. You're going to scoop it up. As you come over your head, push it forward. And bring it back down. Same arm. Scoop up. Exhale, push forward. So as you come forward, tailbone lifts, but your head stays above your heart. Yes. Breathe, exhale. Let's change sides. Arm drops, scoop up, push and lean. As you lean, make sure you don't push with that opposite hand on your thigh. It's just there resting. Continue with strong breaths. Now let's use both arms. Here we go. Push through your heels, just gentle pressure through your heels as you lean forward. Now, only you can feel that. You can't see that. Lift that tailbone. Push, lift. Let's do two more. Think about that heel pressure right here. Feet are shoulder width apart. That's increasing your ability to just stand right here. Gorgeous. Sitting tall, stepping to the side. Lift that toe, open as wide as you're comfortable, and a heel toe. Toe comes up first, and change sides. Look to the side wall. Let's continue. Add the arm up, circle under, and push. We'll be adding extra elements as we continue this sequence. Push your hand like you're pushing a door. Really push strong. Let's add that second arm. Push and then under. Draw it back to center. Again, other side. Circle, push, and under. You look so beautiful and handsome. There's some men in our group today, as usual. I think men can look beautiful. I do. One more each side, and we'll add the last element. If you choose, add that extra step. When your arm comes through, you add that extra leg over to the side. Draw it back to center, sit tall. Here we go. Wonderfully done. Let's do one more each side. And back to center. Both arms come forward. One hand is under, one hand is over. Drop one arm and come over as a swim. When you get to the top, you rotate. Under and over, rotate. That imaginary ball you hold is very narrow. Options. Keeping that arm low and more closely to your body. Your range of motion. What works for you today? It might be full and open. Relax those shoulders. In this movement, often I see people lift their shoulders close to their ears. Push those shoulders down and away. One more each side. Now draw that in, elbows are high. Rotate to the side and change again. The ball is still small and narrow. Sit tall. Add a step to the side and back. Each side, slowly at your own pace. Keep that back tall and strong. And thank you for your continued smiles. I see you. Adding the final element, going to open that top arm, reach. Rotate, step, and reach. You are amazing. As you reach, tighten that tricep, the back of your upper arm, for a little extra challenge. Last one. Bring it back to center. Drop your arms down. Let's give them a break for a second and just open and close. Now swing back and forth. Your arms are pushing through the water. Now open and close. Nicely done. Bring it back to center. Hands come into prayer. Hold it there. Release it forward. Your fingers point toward me. Simply draw it back. Breath. Forward together. Try to straighten your arms. That may not be something for today. It might be for another day, but that's our goal right now. Now rotate to the corner and reach. A little bit more difficult. And back to center, changing sides. So you're not going to the side wall. It's more of a 45-degree angle if you're into geometry. One more each side. And back to center. Open your hands, keeping your pinkies together, and tap your knees. Bring it back to center. Now, as you go down, look over one shoulder to the side wall, full neck rotation. Sit tall, other side. And back to center. Rotate that upper body and open your hands. Changing sides. One hand is shoulder height, the other one is on the outside of your knee. Look out, keeping your chin level to the ground. Breathe. Last one. And back to center. Drop your hands to the top of your thighs. One leg lifts and simply change. Lift up and breathe. Small range of motion, just slowing things down. Last one. And release. Thank you so much. My name is Coach Dina McD, and it's a bubble wand kind of day. I know. Stay young, stay fun, have some bubbles. I don't know if you can see them. There they go. I love you guys. I want to blow bubbles wherever you're at. See you soon. Bye.